Michael D Higgins. Michael, you're very welcome. We just have a few quick questions for you. Yes or no answers unless you feel otherwise, but I will be obliged to move you on, as I know you want to move as well. First of all, do you think should the age for presidential candidates be reduced to 21 years?
Yes. Yes.
I like his directness. He's good at this. You've done this before, haven't you?
Okay, go on. Not kind
Do you think that the process of becoming a presidential candidate should be simplified?
Yes, I do. I've always been in favour of there being a straightforward system of verified signatures, perhaps. The system we have with 4 local authorities and 20 office members is archaic and out of date. You see, I think that was probably established about 1941. You do now have a better opportunity because after Lisbon we have a petition system on 1 million signatures. The Commission has produced a verifiable method for verifying signatures on an internet basis. The Committee on the new Convention on the Constitution that will meet in the spring should look at all of this. It also should look at other aspects of the presidency, such as Article 26 and the referral process. But that's how it is. I do think it should change.
Our third question, should the President have a greater role in the governance of the country?
I think the separation of powers is very important. The President is not the handmaiden of government, nor an organised opposition point for the government. The President is voted on by every citizen who is entitled to vote, and that's a powerful independence. The President is there to protect the Constitution beyond government, and the 7-year term is longer than the period for government. I think the President's influence is in terms of persuasion and in terms of inspiration, representing the strengths of the country as a whole with dignity, being a healing presidency in favour of inclusion, and then abroad representing and strengthening the country's reputation. And I think you can do that by having a separation between the office of presidency and the others.
In your opinion, would the President of Macra and Feirme or similar organisations be a candidate for a seat on the Council of State?
They would be very appropriate for consideration, absolutely. I think there's the young people particularly, you know, the Council of State should be expressive of the country as it is, and particularly I think in terms of its vulnerabilities too, as well as its strength.
Should the election be held on a Saturday to facilitate younger people living away from their constituencies?
Well, I was very concerned about the Thursday, but I was told that more votes would be lost by going to a Friday and a bank holiday weekend. But really that wasn't a matter over which I had any influence. I do think, particularly in an election like this, where you're voting beyond constituency boundaries, that the day which suits the maximum turnout. Remember, in Mary Robinson's election the turnout was 47%. Now we have a by-election on the same day in Dublin, and you might have referendums and whatever, but it's very important that the largest possible number of people be facilitated to vote.
How would you use the presidency to improve the lives of young people?
I think that what I have been spelling out over the last several weeks, over 19,000 kilometres, is that I'm in favour of getting to a new place, producing an Irishness of which we can be proud, built on an inclusive citizenship, in a creative society, creative in everything we do, in science and trade, in arts and culture, and then as we come up to the 75th anniversary of our Constitution, to be in a position to say we're really building a republic that is inclusive, of which we can be proud. Yes, people are angry, yes, people are vulnerable, yes, people are disappointed in their dreams, and they're right to want people to be called to account. But we must move past recrimination, be positive, play to our strengths. And I see all of that as very possible. The country is full of talent, full of opportunity. Here at the Ploughing Championship, I'm reminded of the great opportunities in agriculture and rural life. The top 5 companies exporting out of the top 20 Irish companies are in agribusiness. About half of what is produced from indigenous sources in Ireland is either food or drink. It's about 14% of exports. And really we could be doing a a lot more, turning our Irishness into Irish consumer behaviour that not only looks for the cheapest price in the largest retail store, but asks, is it Irish, and has the Irish producer been paid a fair price? That's what you call being reasonable, that's what you call being Irish.
Thank you, Michael. Now that's the official stuff out of the way, and just one quick question and one request. Michael D Higgins, will you be asking the Saw Doctors to re-record Michael D rocking the dial for us for this campaign?
Oh, there will be a new verse. But can I tell you something that I should say? Everybody admires Macra's support for Know Your Neighbour and those campaigns which are very much built around reducing rural isolation. So I wish Macra, but I wish all young people, be inclusive and make sure that you include people of all generations. Oh, I can assure you Leo will be rocking on during the campaign.
We're just